What up, you ships? So I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is April 8th, you know, the day where we had a solar eclipse, right? But aside from that hoorah of news, I hope you guys actually got to see it, and I hope you guys actually got to enjoy it. I didn't, unfortunately, which is okay. It didn't bother me that I didn't see it. It's just really cloudy out, so I didn't get to experience it or anything. But hey, so life goes on. But what I really wanted to talk about today was I got some news. Okay, I got some news. And the news goes like this. So I was supposed to have taken a cross-country trip. A trip that I've talked about on the channel before. And a lot of my close family and friends and also people that follow me on social media know that I do this. It's a whole yearly thing. Ooh, that's bad. It's a thing that I do yearly. And it's always intended to be 2 weeks long, maybe 3 weeks, and I just want to go and adventure in our backyard. This is all to hopefully prepare me to go and venture out into Europe, into South America, just going across different continents and just riding, because why not? Why the hell not? So I just want to do the US first, and then I'll eventually, go across the pond. But to get back to the topic on hand, is I was planning on doing a trip April 11th all the way to April 27th, but unfortunately I can't do that anymore. As life does, it shows you moments of having responsibility and, this whole thing that we joke around and say, well, that's adulting. Yes, it is. And sometimes that hits you with reality. And what I decided to do is the money that I was going to save, that I had saved for a trip, this trip, I used it towards paying off an outstanding credit card that actually was built up from previous trips that I've taken. And I'm like, you know what, I have the money now. Yeah, I can use it towards this trip, but I also could use it to, help myself get out of debt. So I took the money that was half the money that was for the trip allocated and put it towards the debt. So that's a good thing. That's absolutely a good thing. 1 point towards adulting. And then the other half of the money, what I decided to do was I took that and, decided to go on a cruise with my friends. So now I have that coming up in May. That's going to be May 23rd to May 28th, I think. And it's going to be kind of a road trip. Me and one of my buddies are going to drive down to Florida, because that's where we're leaving out of. And then we're going to take our cruise for 5 days and then drive all the way back up. So let me know if you guys want to see that. It's not going to be motorcycle riding, unfortunately. But it's still a trip nonetheless. Maybe you guys might be interested. Maybe you've never gone on a cruise before. Maybe you just want to see how we vacation. It's fine by me. I'm cool with showing it. So I'll be, again, half the money was spent towards a credit card debt. Again, adulting. And then the other one was towards, a luxury activity, which is going on a cruise, and I'm going to look forward to it. I've never been on one before. I don't know what to expect. I don't have much in terms of expectations for it, but I know I'm going to enjoy it. I always make the best time of anything that I try and do, which I'm really happy for. And yeah, so I'm going to spend it towards that. And then also with owning my own business in terms of being a personal trainer, a certified nutrition coach, and also a CrossFit instructor, it's, part of the course is reinvesting some of the money that I make back into my business, right? So the good thing is, before I opened up this business, bikers, sorry, ADHD. I don't actually have it, and I'm just kidding, obviously. Part of what I did before as a profession was I was actually an accountant. I was a tax preparer. Not an accountant like, a CPA, but I was a tax preparer. So the cool thing is, from that experience, I was able to understand some of the tax laws and, some of the benefits to the tax laws too. What I can write off, what I can't, some of the expenses that I would have to pay, like what goes into opening a business, right? So it definitely didn't catch me by surprise, but it is a huge financial investment. It really is. So a good amount of the money that I've made before goes right back into my business. Because again, I want my business to be successful, marketing, advertising, any supplies that I have to buy. Thankfully, I don't have to buy any supplies as of right now, but also equipment in terms of filming content for my Instagram, right? And hey, some of that money from my business has gone towards this channel, right? I don't get paid for this on this channel. I don't have any, contracts with anyone in terms of, anyone paying me for anything. So this is strictly all just hobby based, and some of the money that I make from my business goes into this. So, and again, it's a hobby. I enjoy it very much, getting to show you guys my world, but that is just the reality of owning a business, where a good amount of the money gets reinvested back into your business so long as you want to see it be successful. Otherwise, I mean, I could be, in my opinion, probably arrogant or egotistical and kind of be an idiot and just keep all the money to myself, and where I'm not going to see much of a benefit. Go ahead. Sorry, I can't do two things at once. Come on. So yeah, I could just keep the money, but I mean, no, I kind of want to see it go back into my business, quite honestly. And if I can get more clients from it, then, you know, why not? Why not do that? Why not reinvest the money? I mean, it's just going to go back to me. And it's, you know, it's investing in future me, right? Present me is going to be taking the hit right now of, wow, that fucking took a hit too. That's kind of ironic. Huh, good timing. But part of the hit for me right now is like, yeah, you know, I had this trip planned in April, and now I'm not going to be able to do it, which is okay. But the trade-off is like, hey, you know what, maybe I can save more money for the trip that I plan on doing later in the year. So this trip is definitely still going to happen, right? So foreshadowing. The trip is definitely going to happen, but the trip is going to happen in August now. So with that being said, get this. My goal is to try and take the whole month of August off. And I hear something. Oh, it's a sport bike on the highway. Sorry. So the goal is to take the trip in August and to take the whole month of August off. That's nuts. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds unrealistic. You're probably asking, oh, well, how are you going to make money? Like, how are you going to be able to save? Wow, your work lets you take off that long? Well, yeah, it's what happens when you become your own business owner. But also, thankfully, the lady that I rent space from is pretty understanding of like, hey, you know, yeah, she owns her own business too, in terms of being a personal trainer as well. And I don't get any PTO, I don't get any sick pay. I quote unquote don't get any days off, so I kind of pick and choose when I want those days off. So with that being said, it's just like, okay, well, you know, if I take a day off here and there, I don't get paid for it. I don't make money, technically speaking. Thankfully, I have clients that are very understanding. They definitely respect the hell out of, you know, my enjoyment of, I only have one life and I want to go and experience it. So we make it work, and we make it flexible in terms of, you know, me switching them to online for the month, creating a workout program for them so they can stay consistent. And there was a time last year when I went on my trip with my brother and my cousin that I actually met with clients while I was traveling, right? So whenever I had an opportunity to sit down and use my laptop, I did spend a couple of hours meeting with clients, because if that's what they need in terms of having just a bit more attentive care, then so be it. It's only a couple hours out of my trip, out of what, the whole 3 weeks I was on it? Like, come on, that's not that bad of a trade-off. I think it was only like 4 or 5 hours total that I had to spend working out of 3 weeks. So I am personally okay with that. And yeah, so I plan on taking this in August. The first week I'm gonna be with family, hopefully in Dominican Republic, because that's where my heritage is from. So shout out to all my Dominican brothers and sisters out there. And then after that, when I come back, I'm probably just gonna hop literally right on my bike, have everything prepared, because that's how crazy I am, and then just take off the day I get back and just travel the country. So to give you guys an idea, I plan on going across the country. So I'm gonna go from here all the way out to California, spend a couple days out there, because I don't know when the hell else I'm gonna, you know, be out there. And then I'm just gonna come back and, you know, take my time to do that, go sightseeing, meet wonderful people, because, you know, the way I see it is, not only is this an adventure for me and I have one life, but I pray one day that I get to have kids, and, you know, I get to tell them this, I get to share this story with them. It's like, yeah, you know, your dad did this. You know, whomever I meet, right, in terms of a future wife, maybe she joins me on these trips, whether she's a passenger princess or whether she rides her own ride. But then, you know, it not only becomes my story, but it becomes our story that we get to tell. And I would love for my kids to, you know, take up this luxury, because essentially it's a luxury. Riding motorcycles isn't a necessity at all. It isn't, not in my opinion. It's a luxury, right? And I'm just very blessed that I get to do it, and I'm very happy that I get to do it and grateful for it. So who knows, maybe one day I'd have my kids try this out, or, you know, whomever I kind of stumble to in life or stumbles into me, we can do this together. And I think that so is just far surpasses anything else I could be doing. I would love to tell these stories to my kids one day and just have all the pictures, have them talk to, you know, their uncle, my brother, their, you know, cousin, which is also my cousin, and say, hey, like, you know, what did you and dad do? Like, how was your guys' trip? And then we get to sit back and, you know, kind of look on these days and say, yeah, you know, we did do that. It was exciting. It was enjoyable. So yeah, that is the goal of this, where I hope I get to do it. I hope I get to enjoy it as much as I can. Not I hope, I am going to enjoy it as much as I can, because by, you know, sheer nature, that's just who I am. I'm going to enjoy the things that I put myself out to do, because why not? So yeah, that's my spiel, where I'm going to be taking this trip in August now, instead of taking it in April, which is okay. That's fine by me. I just push it down the line a little bit more, and it just gives me more of an opportunity to save money, right? Gives me more of an opportunity to plan out everything too. And then who knows, maybe, just maybe, I'll have better production equipment as well to create higher quality videos for me, right? The stuff that I enjoy seeing, the stuff that I enjoy making, and then hopefully you guys enjoy it too, because at the end of the day, my metric is, did I enjoy making the video and kind of putting it together? And then obviously there's consideration for you guys too, but essentially at the end of the day, I got to be happy with what it is that I make. So yeah, that's it. So the trade-off of not going now is present Nigel is a bit bummed out. He is a bit, you know, like, oh, all right, man, I guess we got to be an adult. But maybe in the future there's more money to spend on the trip. Maybe there's more things in terms of suggestions that I get from people to go and visit certain places, more recommendations and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll have more money saved by then. Hopefully this business takes off even more with personal training. And yeah, you know, I just enjoy it. So that is the trade-off, where right now I won't get to enjoy it, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy it in the future, because it is going to happen. It is for a fact going to happen. It's just, it seems like now it's just going to happen in August and not in April. So who knows? I'll take like a whole month off and go from there. But I appreciate you guys hearing me out. I just wanted to update you. This was a very, in my opinion, a very educated and smart decision to make in terms of just paying off debt, getting that done sooner, because the whole goal is hopefully in the next year or so to buy a house, quite honestly. And, you know, if I'm going to want to do that, well, I got to be very diligent at work and be very responsible in terms of saving money. And then, you know, maybe I'll get to enjoy it later, right? So I'm very grateful that, you know, having the experience of being an accountant has given me the knowledge and the know-how of, like, yeah, you got to take these into consideration, buddy. Otherwise, if you just live above your means and just keep spending everything for just, you know, cheap thrills, or just spending it for thrills nonetheless, you're not going to have much money to show for it. So I would like to have some money to show for it. But I hope you guys catch me on the next one. I'll still be putting up videos, obviously, still, you know, showing you guys all the little trips that I plan on taking. I have a couple things planned along the way. I have a trip in Canada that I plan on making with a couple of friends in June. So that's going to be exciting, and I plan on taking my motorcycle up there too. So stay tuned for that and all the other cool shit that I just get into. So hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.